Hello, humans. I haven't made an In Bed with Heads in a while because I haven't had the call off. You can check out this video to see the full explanation, but in a nutshell, I got fired for being disabled, but I got a new job that is much better for my health, but much worse for my wallet. And since I only make these videos when I have to call off, and my health has been better recently, it's taken me a while to get back here. But today, I'm home after throwing my back out by picking up a blazer. Yes, a blazer, a jacket. Therefore, it's time to make a video. This time, we'll talk about every zebra's favorite comorbidity, dysautonomia. Before we get started, if you like this video and are interested in learning about the effects of this rare disorder, hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos on hEDS, queer issues, and the random thoughts of a neurodivergent mind. My mind. Another way you can help the channel is by visiting my Buy Me a Coffee page, where I'm starting to add some surprises for my donors. Behind the scenes videos, merch, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so what is dysautonomia? Dys is the Latin prefix that means diseased or faulty. Autonomia refers to the autonomic nervous system. So dysautonomia means a faulty autonomic nervous system. For most people, that is a nonsense phrase. So let's talk about the autonomic nervous system. This system takes care of all the functions that your central nervous system regulates, but you don't have to think about. Things like heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, sweating, digestion, bladder control, and a lot more. Within the autonomic nervous system, there are two subsystems, the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. When the sympathetic system kicks in, it activates your body. Your heart rate increases, your pupils widen, and your digestion slows down. It's your fight or flight system. The parasympathetic system does the opposite. Your heart rate slows, your pupils constrict, and digestion speeds up. It's the rest and digest mode of the human body. The autonomic nervous system is also responsible for your orthostatic response, which is how your body copes with gravity when you stand up. Muscles in your legs tense up, your heart rate changes, your blood pressure changes, and there are other changes to make sure that your blood moves out of your legs and back up to your heart quickly enough not to cause an issue for the rest of your body. So you can see that having a screwed up autonomic nervous system, having dysautonomia, can really make life difficult. You can be fine for days, weeks, even years, and then suddenly you will have a flare-up. Once, I was sitting at the computer feeling chill, and suddenly I started feeling nervous. My breathing quickened, and then my Fitbit went nuts. It was warning me that my heart rate had hit 142 while sitting in a chair playing on the internet. I wasn't even fighting with anybody. I was just, reading stuff. It is terrifying to be all relaxed and from nowhere to feel like you're running a sprint with your heart pounding out of your chest while you're just sitting in a chair. Talked to the doctor about it, and they checked me out. My heart was fine. And when I mentioned hEDS, the theory became dysautonomia. Apparently, my sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight system, kicked in for no reason, causing all those symptoms. That is the worst example of that happening, but it's not the only one. I can just be lying on the couch watching Project Runway, and my heart will start pounding, and it has nothing to do with the models. Other times, my body shuts down. All I want to do is sleep because the rest and digest mode had been activated. It's the Thanksgiving football turkey coma hitting you randomly. When you have dysautonomia, and this happens, you can't kick yourself out of it. Your body systems are receiving the signal to shut down from the parasympathetic nervous system, and you can't will that away. You can't just say, get up, get active. It's a part of the autonomic system. You have no control over it. Sometimes it feels like both the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems activate simultaneously and are fighting each other. And I thought that couldn't be possible. But then I read that, yeah, it is. Your body can receive competing signals, causing things to go haywire. There's another form of dysautonomia called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS. POTS. You know that feeling you get sometimes when you stand up too fast and you get dizzy? Now imagine that happening every time you stand up. Your heart starts pounding and you come close to passing out. The vision goes tunnel. Yeah? That's POTS. That dizzy feeling is caused by the autonomic nervous system not making adjustments fast enough to the body when you stand up. So blood stays in your legs, which causes your blood pressure to crash, which forces your heart rate to spike and not enough blood to get to your brain. It is closely related to orthostatic hypotension, which means low blood pressure when standing. This dysautonomic condition causes you to get dizzy while standing for a while. And your feet turn purple because you don't have enough blood pressure to move the blood out of your feet. These are my purple feet. So as you can tell, dysautonomia isn't a single condition. It's a group of related conditions. Since they're related, they have a lot of symptoms in common. People with a dysautonomic condition can have, this is going to take a while, fatigue or ongoing tiredness, sleeping problems, a frequent urge to pee or urinary incontinence, dizziness or lightheadedness, especially when standing up, as I described, brain fog, which is forgetfulness or trouble focusing when you get tired, swelling and or discoloration of the legs after standing for short periods, purple feet, migraines or frequent headaches, difficulties swallowing, dysphagia, balance problems, swings in body or skin temperature, palpitations, which is feeling the heart racing or pounding, vertigo, fast heart rate, tachycardia, or slow heart rate, bradycardia, cold, discolored hands and feet, shakiness, shortness of breath, dyspnea, there we go, changes in bowel movements, which could be constipation or diarrhea, or one followed by the other, chest pain or discomfort, hypotension, which means low blood pressure, presyncope, a sense that you're about to faint, vision issues, blurred vision or trouble with your or trouble with your eyes adjusting to light changes, clammy or pale skin, low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, sexual dysfunction, fainting or passing out, especially when standing up, again, nausea and vomiting, pinpoint eye pupils or unusual eye pupils, irregular heart rate, otherwise known as arrhythmia, sweating more or less than more in certain body parts, unusually dry or watery eyes, excessive drooling, mood swings or anxiety, exercise intolerance, which is when your heart rate doesn't change with physical activity, and finally, a runny nose. Not everyone with a form of dysautonomia will have all of these symptoms. It depends on what kind of dysautonomia you have. So I'm going to get rid of all the ones I don't have. Well, I don't have that last one anymore, so let's get rid of that one too. I'm trans, that's the joke. I don't have every symptom all the time. I've put these in order of how often I experience each system. Toward the top, I experience it almost every day. And the lower you go, the less often I experience it. When you hear people with hEDS talk about flare-ups, what they often means is that they are experiencing more of their dysautonomic symptoms, or their usual symptoms are more intense than normal, or both, new symptoms and more intense symptoms. My flare-ups usually involve extreme fatigue and pain, headaches, body aches, and even my joints feel even worse than usual. Dysautonomia is one of the worst symptoms I have with hEDS. It might be the worst because it causes the fatigue, which is horrible for me. And I've heard other people with the disorder say the same thing. If you know anyone who has EDS and complains about flare-ups, please consider that they are dealing with a wide variety of symptoms that are making life difficult. And if you want to learn more about hEDS, consider liking this video, check out these other videos, and subscribing to this channel. Just punch me in the face. Just cook me. Just tap me. You can also check out Ehlers-Danlos.com for more information on all forms of EDS. If you want to help me continue making these videos, consider checking out my Buy Me a Coffee page at the link in the description. Until next time, peace and long life.